Welcome to the 2024-2025 John Drury High School Radio Awards. I am Zach DeWitz, the General Manager of WONC at North Central College and the Executive Director of the John Drury High School Radio Awards. And we are celebrating you today, the best in high school radio from across the country. And we are honoring the legacy of legendary Chicago broadcaster John Drury. Our participants this year come from schools all over the country: Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Washington, Michigan, South Carolina, Tennessee, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Arizona. So when I was in high school, radio was not something that was an option for us. I don't even know if we had wood shop. So no media program other than maybe if you wanted to work at the school newspaper. But no student-run station, not even a club that touched on that. So at the time, I didn't really realize how much I was missing. And I knew radio was something I was always interested in. I like to listen to the radio constantly. I thought about what it might be like to be on the radio. But I did not have any kind of avenue to explore it other than sitting in my room with a little radio with a microphone, pretending to interview people and do a radio show, which I know is extremely dorky. And I know you can say it too. But I didn't have any opportunities to explore being in radio until I got to North Central College. I'd heard about it. I heard, oh yeah, they have a radio station, but I thought maybe it would just be a hobby or some kind of unfulfilled curiosity. I never thought it would be something that I spent a ton of time doing or pursued as a career. But when I got here, everything changed for me. I was going to be a high school history teacher. That's what I went to college for. But I walked into WONC and I said, I am not doing that. I am doing this. I will be doing radio without ever even signing up for any kind of education or history classes. So I realized very quickly that WONC was not just like any other college radio station. They threw me on the air very, very quickly within a few days of starting the term. And it was exhilarating, even though I was terrible at it. I was really bad at it, but it was everything that I had hoped that it would be, even though I was nervous. It was a chance for me to really explore who I was, what my personality was, and to share that with 20 or 30,000 people. And it didn't take long for me to realize that was a career that I was going to pursue, was radio. You all have the opportunity to find out if this is something that you want to do for fun, to just improve skills, or if this is a career path that you want to explore at a pretty young age. Some of you who I've talked to started at 14, which I don't even remember what I was doing at 14, but it wasn't anything as cool as that. So you have given yourselves a really great head start into something that a lot of us had to wait a little bit to get any career or practical experience. Now, as you might imagine, my mom was not thrilled when I said, Mom, I don't want to be a high school history teacher. I want to be on the radio. And she said, I'm sending you to North Central College for this? And I said, well, it's the best radio station in the country, so I think it's working out. But I had to do a little bit of extra work and help put myself through school because it was something that I clearly wanted to do. My mom did support me, thankfully, understanding that I didn't just find a job that I wanted to do. I found a passion, something that fulfilled me more than just getting a paycheck, going to work, and contributing to society. But it was an opportunity for me to follow a passion. And the mentorship and the hands-on experience that I got set me up for what to a career. I am grateful that my mom trusted me to follow what felt right and not to push me toward anything. So parents, please consider it if your children say, I want to do radio. Don't do like my mom and lose control of what your face looks like and give them an odd look. Keep a straight face, take a breath and say, yes, that's okay. Because they may change their mind, or they may be the next great thing in radio. But in my 4 years, I made it my mission to learn everything I could. It didn't matter if it was on air, off air, outside of the station, inside of the station. I wanted to learn everything. I didn't want to focus on just one area. I wanted to understand every part of how the radio station worked. So I started as a DJ and I did some newscasting. And then by the end of my freshman year, I was working in production. I was working in sports broadcasting. Some things I was better at than others, but I still did them. I still got the experience, and I was able to realize what my career path would be, and it clearly was not going to be sports broadcasting. We will hear from someone today who is much better at it than I have ever been. But the idea of engaging with people with my voice, I'm passionate about something, and I'm sharing that with all of these people. That was energizing to me, and it was exhilarating to me. So after all of my experience in college, on the air, in the production studio, I was fortunate a local radio station took a chance on me. I was 22. I was fresh out of college. I had been the music director for 2 years here. I was a station manager for 2 years. I learned all these things about leadership and what it took to go that extra mile in a career like broadcasting, because those of you who are thinking about it, it is difficult sometimes, but very fulfilling. So they took a chance on me to host middays on an adult contemporary station. I worked at that station for 12 years. I did 6.5 years as middays, and another 6 years doing mornings. And one of the things that I realized was, as much as I loved being on the air, every time we would get an intern or a new person at the station, I loved teaching them how we did things. I loved showing them how we used our automation system, how our board worked, how we were on the air, how to find things to talk about. And when the opportunity came for me to come back to North Central College and be the general manager of WONC, I was the first person who applied. The day that I remember, it was the day after Valentine's Day in 2018. I was the first person to apply for this position because I knew this was where I wanted to be. So returning to North Central was a little weird, because I was coming into the radio station not as somebody who was so nervous to be going on the air for the first time. I was nervous to be going into a classroom for the first time. And the advisors can probably, if you think back to the first time you taught class, maybe you were a little jittery, you were a little unsure. And now we have some of the best advisors in high school radio with us today. So the experience that I had as a student set me up for my career, which set me up for, I guess, the second chapter of my career. And I you know, like I said, I wanted to be a high school history teacher, and I am teaching, just not history. But it was a new challenge. And one of the things about radio is you need to continue to find those challenges. I was able to combine two things that I really, really loved: teaching people and radio. So to be able to teach radio for me was a very exciting new challenge. So seeing students discover their own passion, sometimes things that they never knew they would be passionate about, it reminds me of why I fell in love with radio and with media in the first place. One of the most important things my mom taught me was that you never want to stop learning. And whether you are in school, whether you are in a job, it could be a technical skill, a piece of history. It's never useless to learn something. It is always useful to you. It might change the way you see the world, and you don't even know it. So that mindset has shaped how I approach teaching and life. I'm always learning something, and I know my wife, because I'll tell her some random thing and she'll be, but you couldn't remember to do the dishes or take out the trash, but you can remember who won the MVP in 1973. But knowledge has a way of coming back around when you don't even expect it. And I've heard it from my students before. I'm sure you all have said this. Well, when am I ever going to use this again? That sometimes can be one of those little things that, when you expect it, that is a piece of knowledge you need. It might even just be for something like a trivia night, but it might be for something that you use in your career and you'll never even expect it. But continuing to learn, no matter the subject or the stage of life, it keeps you adaptable, creative, and open to opportunities that you might not have seen otherwise. And it's an opportunity that you don't want to take for granted. Whether you're planning a career in broadcasting or if this is just something you're doing for fun, these are transferable skills that are valuable to you regardless of what you do in the future. And the practice that you're getting as public speakers and as communicators is going to give you an advantage over other people who don't get to experience this or just choose not to. We are fortunate today to have an alum with us, Ryan Sartori. He spent time working at WONC in different capacities and used his experience here to pursue his goals in broadcasting as an on-air personality and sports broadcaster. Please join me in welcoming the morning host of 95.3 The Bull in Rockford, Ryan Sartori.
Well, thank you, Zach. I appreciate it. Like you said, I'm Ryan. I am both the host and the producer of the Morning Stampede on 95.3 The Bull in Rockford. You got to have a lot of tools in your belt, so to speak, to be successful in radio. But I'm also the play-by-play voice of the Beloit College Buccaneers, and maybe more importantly, I'm a North Central alum that cut my radio teeth here with WONC. So let me start off with a thanks to you, Zach. You've listened to me do a lot of really bad radio. So I guess I owed you a favor or two. So that's why I'm here today. And then let me also take a moment to acknowledge your hard work here today. You got nominated for the Drury Awards. That's humongous. Believe me when I say nothing you do in front of a microphone, nothing you do with Audition or whatever audio editing software you use is ever easy. So being here today and being nominated is a big deal. And congratulations to you all. My first day in radio, I made one of the biggest mistakes you can possibly make. It was my second day on campus. I was a junior who had just transferred in from a larger school, and I had my sights locked on becoming a part of North Central's school radio station, WONC. The day before, I had marched to the station from my dorm at New Hall, and I rang the doorbell. And when the jock opened the door, I told him about my aspirations. At the time, I was certain that I wanted to be like my heroes in podcasting and sports talk radio. Some of you might know Big Cat and PFT from Pardon My Take. Some of you might know the name Dan Bernstein, and I'm sure all of you know who Stephen A. Smith is. Is that something that I can do here? I asked Joey. He said yes. And then in between breaks, Joey took me to meet with Zach. And within about 10 minutes, he told me, you start tomorrow, you're doing the 6:30 newscast. And suddenly, all that confidence that I had to become just like my heroes immediately turned into anxiety. I thought I'd have a week at least to get kind of mentally prepared for what I was about to embark on. Now, it's less than 24 hours away at 6:30 in the morning. What am I going to sound like? What if I say something dumb? What if I swear? I was nervous, but I was excited too. My roommate at North Central was and still is my best friend, and he knew what my dream was, and so we celebrated. And we stayed up all night long playing PlayStation. Now, can anybody tell me what happened to my big debut the next day? I slept through it. And I woke up at 8:07 to 5 missed calls and a text from the station manager, Rachel, saying, "Where are you? You missed your shift." My throat was in my stomach, and my stomach was in my butt. And in my head, it was over. I had just lost any hope or prayer I'd ever have to get a spot on this station. And if everybody didn't hate me for my dumb mistake, I surely would never get over the shame, right? Well, I haphazardly got dressed, and I made the 3-minute run up the hill to the station where I fully expected I was about to be booted forever. I mean, one of the cardinal rules of any job, don't miss your shift. And I mean, this is a fireable offense for anybody in radio. So same thing as the day before. I get up there, I ring the doorbell. Joey lets me in, but this time he greets me with a, "Hey, sleepyhead," which is an odd way to greet anybody, but I suppose that day I deserved it. And he took me up to Zach, and I opened his door, and I confessed my sin, of which he was already very well aware of. And then he shocked me when he laughed, not at me, but sort of at the situation, and said, "Well, I guess you start tomorrow. Do you want the 8:30 shift instead?" When my debut did finally come, it wasn't great, but I did it. And I proved to myself that I could do it. And to me, this is one of my favorite moments in my life because it helped teach me the importance of the relationship between failure and perseverance. I had failed miserably at my first chance in front of a mic, but I overcame it and I persevered, even if it took a second chance from my general manager. It's the age-old adage of get knocked down 7 times, stand up 8. I know it's cliche, but it's the only recipe for growth, in my opinion. If I had let that moment be just failure and be the end of it, who knows where I'd be? But whatever happens to you in life, always get back up, because when you choose to dust yourself off, you never know what you might be unlocking for yourself. For me, recovering from that first day failure opened up the door to 2 years on WONC, where I got all of the opportunity that I could have ever asked for. I mean, I practically lived at the radio station. I hosted morning shows, created my own sports talk specialty show, and I learned of a passion for play-by-play broadcasting that I never even knew that I had. And that skill got me a free trip to Florida, by the way. I was allowed to mess up and learn from it a million times over. Little things like misnaming bands on the air. Like, I can't tell you how many times I called Depeche Mode Depeche Mode before I got it correct. And big things too, like forgetting to put the station on automation after a late night shift. Don't worry though, we're not a commercial station, so we didn't have to make up our spots. I ended up becoming the co-sports director at the station my final year, and got to work on a couple of national championship broadcasts as well, thanks to North Central College football. I figured out what I wanted to do with my life through my experiences at WONC. All this time while making great friends along the way. I mean, it was some of the most fun that I've ever had in my life. Another quick thing that I wanted to touch on in terms of failure and perseverance and getting better. There's this thing that I call sitting in the stupid, right? You've made a mistake on the air. It's a live mic. You just said something dumb. You know you said something dumb. And now you've turned the mics off and you kind of have to sit in your stupid. I sat in my stupid a lot at WONC, but it was okay because I was learning. And now I sit in my stupid less as a professional. It's all in the name of perseverance. Now, to prove that I did not peak in college, I want to fortify my claims by giving one more example in my life on why getting back up is always so important. After North Central, I scored a job in Chillicothe, Missouri. Show of hands, who knows where Chillicothe, Missouri is? You're a liar. All three of you are liars. But it's in the middle of nowhere. But I was about to become the sports director of a station that broadcasts Chillicothe High School sports. And now I was chasing this dream of becoming a professional play-by-play broadcaster. And I was certain this was going to be the first big step in my professional dreams. This had to be my big break. I was there for 3 months. The job was a dud. I took a big swing and I missed. I moved back in with my mom, head hung, confidence obliterated. It was out the window. I'll spare you the details, but I will tell you it was a really tough time for your boy. I was going through it. I spent the entire spring, summer, and most of fall of 2022 working for a family company cleaning basements and job sites. And really, I wasn't filling my cup. It was a tough time. And that was probably the closest that I've come in my life to not getting back up. But if that ever happens to you, I want you to look around, because somebody might be offering you a hand up in a way that you never expected. Now, I will tell you that we were friends before I graduated, but Zach has to tell you that we weren't. But after my time at North Central, Zach not only became a friend to me, but was a mentor and a confidant through an incredibly tough time. Having that guy in my corner after school was a pretty cool perk of coming to NCC. Zach is part of a network of really talented and successful people who have graced the studios at WONC. Nick Shepkowski and Wayne Randazzo are a few other names I can think to cherry pick. But one of those successful people is a man by the name of Gordon Mays, who at this point in time that I'm telling this story was the program director of a country radio station in Rockford and was looking for a new producer and host for the morning show. Well, Gordon and Zach went to school together here at North Central. Gordon knew of the ilk of broadcaster that could be created through time at WONC. Gordon reached out to Zach. Zach reached out to me. I interviewed with Gordon. Gordon offered me the job. After school, I never thought about getting into music radio. That's not what I focused on. And truthfully, I didn't think I was very good at it. In fact, when I applied for the job, I sent Gordon a demo for baseball play-by-play because I never kept any of my air checks from my on-air stuff. But there I was, down and out. And here were a few hands offering to pull me back onto my feet. I took the job. I launched my career. but I didn't do it by myself. So what I hope that you take away from my story today is that it's good to fail at stuff, and it's okay to fall down, but get back up, learn, and try again, because who knows what you might be starting for yourself next. And never turn away help from the right people when that process seems a bit too hard. If I could give advice on radio, like the actual act of doing radio and being an influence to your listeners, focus on your community and highlight it. Go to the local fair and then broadcast about the fun that you had. Go to the farmer's market and talk about the cool find that you bought. Read about positive news for your community and then give it to your community. Be hyper local to your community, because it's the last true superpower that we have in this medium, is being there for our community if we're live and if we're local. Be a connector, bring people together, and do it authentically. Thank you for your time.
All right, it is time to get down to business. We're honoring students, advisors, and stations in 20 categories. I will go through the nominees in a category. I'll name third place, second place, and the winner. If they are in attendance today or a representative from their station, second and third place will come up, receive their certificates. The winner or station representative will come up and receive their school's trophy. And if you would like to say a few words, I will afford you that opportunity. We are going to kick things off with the nominees for Best Website. 887thepulse.com, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. 889thebridge.org, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. Late Night with Sal and Cal, WPPB, Anderson Career and Technology Center. WLTL.net, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. WPSRHD.com, WPSR, Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. In third place, 887thepulse.com, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. In second place, WLTL.net, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. And the winner for Best Website is 889thebridge.org, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. Nominees for Best Use of Social Media. KVIT Instagram, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. WLTL Instagram, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. WPPB Instagram, WPPB, Anderson Career and Technology Center. WPSR Instagram, WPSR, Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. WSDP Facebook, WSDP, Plymouth Canton Community Schools. In third place, KVIT Instagram, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. In second place, WSDP Facebook, WSDP, Plymouth Canton Community Schools. And the winner for Best Use of Social Media is WPSR Instagram, WPSR Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. The nominees for Best Use of Video are 'Twas the Night Before Rockathon, Karis Boyles, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Year-End Recap, WGBK Staff, WGBK Glenbrook North High School. Rockathon Walkthrough, Ethan Meyer, Michael Walsh, WLTL Lyons Township High School. Valentine's Day Promotion, Eli Head, WPSR Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. And WWPT STV Game Break, Highlights and Hype Promo, Ryan Allen, WWPT Staples High School. In third place, Year-End Recap, WGBK Staff, WGBK Glenbrook North High School. In second place, Rockathon Walkthrough, Ethan Meyer and Michael Walsh, WLTL Lyons Township High School. And the winner for Best Use of Video is WWPT STV Game Break Highlights and Hype Promo, Ryan Allen, WWPT Staples High School.
Hello, everybody. I'm Charlie Kerr, not Ryan Allen. I'm accepting this award for Ryan Allen. Great kid. Thank you so much for having us.
The nominees for Best Newscast are Mara Nicholson Newscast, WCYT Homestead High School. AJ Connolly, WLTL News Update, March 5th, 2025, WLTL Lyons Township High School. Joe Ratcliffe, WLTL News Update, May 19th, 2025, WLTL Lyons Township High School. Charlie Curran, Contracts, Caregivers, and Canines, WWPT Staples High School. Jack Jacob and Isabel Alfaheme, did I say it right? Yes, nailed it. From Headlines to Harvest, WWPT Staples High School. In third place, Joe Ratcliffe, WLTL News Update, May 19th, 2025, WLTL Lyons Township High School. In second place, Mara Nicholson Newscast, WCYT Homestead High School.
In Westport, the town has approved a $238,000 feasibility study to explore building a new parks maintenance facility, replacing the aging and unsafe structure at Longshore Club Park, which dates back to
The
1970.
winner for Best Newscast is Jack Jacob and Isabel Alfaheme. From Headlines to Harvest, WWPT Staples High School.
Once again, not any of these two, but glad we won this one. Thank you.
All right. The nominees for Best News Feature Story are Asa Lindsay and Matthew Cavazos, Arizona Bill Limits Cell Phone Use in Schools, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology. Jillian Russell and Isabel Ela, Bulldog Radio Unleashed, Presidential Election, WBNH Bedford High School. Ethan Lee, ASL, WGBK Glenbrook North High School. Sean Tillis, Resurrection Mary, WLTL Lyons Township High School. Max Benke, Payment Due, WWPT Staples High School. In third place, Jillian Russell and Isabel Ela, Bulldog Radio Unleashed, Presidential Election, WBNH Bedford High School. In second place, Max Benke, Payment Due, WWPT Staples High School.
Over half of states in the U.S. now have laws or policies banning or restricting access to students' phones during school.
The state of Arizona joined them on April 14th when Governor Katie Hobbs signed a bill that requires limitations regarding the use of wireless communication devices by students.
The winner for Best News Feature Story is Asa Lindsay and Matthew Cavazos. Arizona Bill Limits Cell Phone Use in Schools, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology.
I just want to quickly thank Asa Lindsay, who couldn't be here today. I'll be honest, he really carried this this award and this feature story. It was a pleasure working with him. It's been a pleasure to be at KVIT the past 2 years. Thank you.
The nominees for Best Public Affairs Program are Marley McDonald, Interview with Amanda Knox, KMIH Mercer Island High School. Lenore Carey and Julia Garner, Public Pulse on Stage Now, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Gerald Tenenbaum, People's Tomorrow, WIQH, Concord Carlisle High School. Grace Johnson, Sit Down with Dr. Rowe, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Charlie Curran and Michael Brennan, Zoning Policy and Opportunity, A Look at Westport, WWPT, Staples High School. In third place, Gerald Tenenbaum, People's Tomorrow, WIQH, Concord Carlisle High School. In second place, Charlie Curran and Michael Brennan, Zoning Policy and Opportunity, A Look at Westport, WWPT Staples High School.
what would you want them to take away from your experience?
Oh, great question. So one thing that I hope everyone who reads my book takes away from it is
The winner for
feeling
Best
of
Public Affairs Program is Marley McDonald. Interview with Amanda Knox, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. The nominees for Best Station Promo are Karis Boyles, Evit Expo Fashion Design, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology, Carter Schwartz, WCYT Station Promo, WCYT Homestead High School, Michael Walsh, WLTL Salutes You, WLTL Lyons Township High School, Sal Biscotto and Calvin Landreth, live with Sal and Cal, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center, Vivian Schmidt and Mia McDonald, WWPT Station Promo, The Voice of Now, WWPT Staples High School. In third place, Carter Schwartz, WCYT Station Promo, WCYT Homestead High School. In second place, Vivian Schmidt and Mia McDonald, WWPT Station Promo, The Voice of Now, WWPT Staples High School.
WLTL presents Real Listeners of Genius.
Listeners of Genius.
Today we salute you, Rockathon 2025 supporter.
Rockathon 2025 supporter.
The winner for Best Station Promo is Michael Walsh, WLTL Salutes You, WLTL Lyons Township High School.
If Michael were here today, he'd say, "That one?" Thanks to Bill Allen to providing the vocals for that promo.
The nominees for Best PSA are Karis Boyles, Mental Health Awareness, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology, Ethan Meyer, Anti-Piracy, WLTL Lyons Township High School, JD Hearing and Keaton Bays, Zombie Farm, WPSR, Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center, Jack Jacob, Isabel Alfaheme, and Max Macaulay, Do the Work, WWPT Staples High School, Madeline Watson, Roundabouts, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. In third place, JD Hearing and Keaton Bays, Zombie Farm, WPSR, Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. In second place, Jack Jacob, Isabel Alfaheme, and Max Macaulay, Do the Work, WWPT Staples High School.
You wouldn't steal a car from the dealership.
Hey, get back here.
You wouldn't steal a handbag from an elderly woman.
Give me the bag, lady.
The winner for Best PSA is Ethan Meyer, Anti-Piracy, WLTL Lyons Township High School.
Ethan currently goes to the Savannah College of Art and Design, and I know he'd be thrilled to have another one of these trophies in his resume.
The nominees for Best Sports Play-by-Play are Chase Kohler, Leon Vorkoper, and Cooper Jensen, Girls Basketball, KMIH, Mercer Island High School, Matthew Cavazos, Queen Creek at Gilbert Baseball, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology, Braxton Hall, Atticus Dean, Malachi Stout, Josh Bobe, Will Chirutini, Girls Basketball, Homestead versus Northrop, WCYT Homestead High School, Leo Pop and Andrew Stamatikos, Football, October 11th, 2024, WSDP, Plymouth Canton Community Schools, Weston Hockhauser and Jake Goldshore, Boys Basketball, Staples versus Ward, WWPT Staples High School. In third place, Leo Pop and Andrew Stamatikos, Football, October 11th, 2024, WSDP, Plymouth Canton Community Schools. In second place, Weston Hockhauser and Jake Goldshore, Boys Basketball, Staples versus Ward, WWPT Staples High School.
Throws it in far side. Ankerbrook triple on its way. She's 2 of 2 beyond the arc tonight.
And Wendy Ankenbrook just continues to find herself open from 3 and has been perfect on the night. 2 for 2, as you mentioned.
The winner for Best Sports Play-by-Play is Braxton Hall, Atticus Dean, Malachi Stout, Josh Bobe, and Will Chirutini. Girls basketball, Homestead versus Northrop, WCYT Homestead High School.
We are unfortunately not any of these people, but they would like us to say that they think they earned this and they deserve this.
You have to appreciate the confidence of not even showing up. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. All right. The nominees for Best Sports Talk Show are Timber Fear, Aerodynamics on Air, Formula One, KDPS, Des Moines Public Schools, Matthew Cavazos, Pulse Sports Triple Play, Arizona Diamondbacks, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology, Edie Keogh and Magdalena Leonard, The End Zone, WBFH, Bloomfield Hills High School, Leo Aiden and Jacob Brady, WSS Softball, WSDP Plymouth Canton Community Schools, Michael Brennan, Mickey Ross, Nathan Bernstein, Finn Rockwell, Sam DiGiovanni, and Drew Hill, Beyond the Arc 521, WWPT Staples High School. In third place, Michael Brennan, Mickey Ross, Nathan Bernstein, Finn Rockwell, Sam DiGiovanni, and Drew Hill, Beyond the Arc 521, WWPT Staples High School. In second place, Matthew Cavazos, Pulse Sports Triple Play, Arizona Diamondbacks, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology.
There's been ongoing debate about the current width of F1 cars and their size and how they prevent overtake opportunities in corners, which hopefully will be resolved with the new 2026 regulations coming in the next season.
The winner for Best Sports Talk Show is Timber Fear, Aerodynamics on Air, Formula One, KDPS, Des Moines Public Schools, Central Campus.
I'd like to give a quick thank you to Mr. Johnson, my radio instructor from last year, and Mr. Coleman, who is the film instructor at Central Campus. Thank you.
Yeah, you don't get to win for a talk show and not say something. So, the nominees for Best Sportscast are Matthew Cavazos, Pulse Sports Update, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology, Kaylin Helt, WPSR Sports Update, WPSR Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center, Ben Trudell Sportscast, WSDP Plymouth Canton Community Schools, Mason Tobias from Aces to MVPs, May 27th Sports Rundown, WWPT Staples High School, Adia Singal and Sydney Parcel, October 22nd Sportscast, KMIH Mercer Island High School. In third place, Mason Tobias from Aces to MVPs, May 27th Sports Rundown, WWPT Staples High School. Getting your steps in. In second place, Matthew Cavazos, Pulse Sports Update, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology.
Harry Carpenter stepped up to the plate with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning and blasted a 3-run homer to break the scoreless deadlock. Will Vest earned the win in relief.
The winner for Best Sportscast is Ben Trudell Sportscast, WSDP Plymouth Canton Community Schools. The nominees for Best Radio Drama are Dax Thacker, 079, WCYT Homestead High School, AJ Connolly, The Hitchhiker, WLTL Lyons Township High School, Quentin DeValez, Goatman, WPSR Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center, Theater 3, Eva Schlossberg and Audio and Radio Class, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, WWPT Staples High School, Jay Bellotta and AJ Connolly, War of the Worlds, WLTL Lyons Township High School. In third place, Jay Bellotta and AJ Connolly, War of the Worlds, WLTL Lyons Township High School. In second place, Theater 3, Eva Schlossberg and Audio and Radio Class, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, WWPT Staples High School.
No way. That's awesome. Wait, what if I do a...
Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
What just happened? Why am I here again?
The winner for Best Radio Drama is Dax Thacker, 079, WCYT Homestead High School.
Once again, not Dax, but he would like to thank Mr. Dunn and his family.
The nominees for Best Podcast are Dylan Kellogg, Kingston Shimasaki, and Isaac Talcott. Time to Talk, KDPS, Des Moines Public Schools. Caden Kuyumayan, Who's on Aux, WBFH, Bloomfield Hills High School. Isabella Sanfilippo, the I Love You podcast, WCHS Communications High School. Elena Baker, Grace Dickmeyer, and Caroline Burns, Are You For Real, WCYT Homestead High School. Michael Walsh, Charlie Pleva, and Eric Romer. Did I say that right? Romer? Great. New Ears, WLTL Lyons Township High School. In third place, Isabella Sanfilippo, the I Love You podcast, WCHS Communications High School. In second place, Elena Baker, Grace Dickmeyer, and Caroline Burns, Are You For Real, WCYT Homestead High School.
Rank it 1, 2, and 3 in terms of songs.
1, 2, and 3.
And I know as we were listening to this, you and I both. Oh, this is the best song on the album.
Extremely.
And then you hear the next track. Oh, that's the best song. So,
yeah. I would have to say I'm going to go with number 3 is probably Don't Fall.
The winner for Best Podcast is Michael Walsh, Charlie Pleva, and Eric Romer. New Ears, WLTL Lyons Township High School.
Thank you very much. We're all very proud of ourselves. We worked really hard on this, so it's really great to be receiving this award. Thank you.
The nominees for Best DJ are Trent Jocelyn, thedogradio.com, Crown Point High School. Dax Thacker, WCYT, Homestead High School. MJ Clark, WPSR, Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. Ben Trudell, WSDP, Plymouth Canton Community Schools. Charlie Curran, WWPT, Staples High School. In third place, Dax Thacker, WCYT, Homestead High School. In second place, Charlie Curran, WWPT, Staples High School.
I would like to give a special thanks to everyone who donated last week during the 88-1 Thanks for Giving Pledge Drive. I had the pleasure of working a couple shifts, and I got to work.
The winner for Best DJ is Ben Trudell, WSDP, Plymouth Canton Community Schools. The nominees for Best Talk Show are Matthew Cavazos, Mariana Perez Cervantes, and Jackson Wolfmeyer. The Junk Drawer, Episode 6, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Bela Kolizny, Next Episode, WBFH, Bloomfield Hills High School. Caroline Burns, Grace Dickmeyer, and Elena Baker, Are You For Real, WCYT, Homestead High School. Claire Reiser and Gabrielle Whidden, Scrambled Signals, WIQH, Concord Carlisle High School. Emmett Grip, Grip on Life, WLTL Lyons Township High School. In third place, Claire Reiser and Gabrielle Whidden, Scrambled Signals, WIQH, Concord Carlisle High School. In second place, Matthew Cavazos, Mariana Perez Cervantes, and Jackson Wolfmeyer, The Junk Drawer, Episode 6, KVIT East Valley Institute of Technology.
Sabrina Carpenter, I didn't know that she'd be nominated for Best New Artist because she's had albums out before.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's been producing music for so long. She was on a show on Disney, just like Zendaya. Lots of Disney girls who are going to.
The winner for talk show is Caroline Burns, Grace Dickmeyer, and Elena Baker. Are You For Real, WCYT, Homestead High School.
We would like to thank Mr. Dunn, who got us involved in radio, and Caroline.
And our families.
Thank you, everyone.
You walked up here enough times for other people. Finally, you got to do it for yourselves. The nominees for Best Specialty Music Show are Brooke Newell, Sam Pador, Hadley Holtzclaw, and Toli Odievich. Women's History Month, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. Lenore Carey, Gatekeepers, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Charlie Curran and Charlie Pleba, WLTL Unplugged, WLTL Lyons Township High School. Gianna Barcinas, Scoring the Score, WMTH, Maine South High School. Sam Weintraub, Bryce Archambault, Owen Pate, Corbin Helton, Han Hune, Zuri Price, Griff Wilson, and Parker Kowalski, DJ Deep Dives Halloween, WMTN, St. Andrews Sewanee School. In third place, Brooke Newell, Sam Pador, Hadley Holtzclaw, and Toli Odievich. Women's History Month, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. In second place, Charlie Curran and Charlie Pleva, WLTL Unplugged, WLTL Lyons Township High School.
The godfather of shock rock, Alice Cooper on 88.7 The Pulse. It's the Gatekeepers, and we're going to talk about Arizona's very own Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Alice Cooper. If you're here in Phoenix, you probably know that this hard rock superstar is local.
The Specialty Music Show is Lenore Carey, Gatekeepers, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology.
You know, Lenore's not here and she probably won't find out about this for another week.
I just know that she'd want to thank Mr. Jude, obviously Mr. Malice, our GM, and just everybody. She's a real mentor to me, so I'm very happy that I get to accept this award with Lance on her behalf. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that brings us to our final four categories of the ceremony today. The first is Broadcaster of the Year. To be eligible for this award, students needed to submit entries into several categories, showing great versatility and skill in different areas of broadcasting. And I would like to recognize all the qualifying students in this year's competition. When I call your name, please stand up if you're here. Please hold your applause until all of the qualifying students have been mentioned. Karis Boyles, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Matthew Cavazos, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Charlie Curran, WWPT, Staples High School. Joe Ratcliffe, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Thomas Scott, WWPT, Staples High School. Matthew Stashauer, WWPT, Staples High School. While all these students have shown their versatility, skill, and great promise as young broadcasters, only one can be named the John Drury High School Radio Awards Broadcaster of the Year. This year, that honor is awarded to Matthew Cavazos, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology.
There are a plethora of people I can thank for this, but to make it as quick as I can, I want to thank my parents for helping support me and put me into the EVIT program to do radio. I want to thank my friends for keeping me sane through 2 years of insanity in high school. I want to thank all my advisors, Noah Allen, Debbie Nielsen, Michael Malice, all for pushing me. And a special thank you to Dave Jude, who really gave me the pushes I need to do everything in sports, talk, and radio. Thank you.
The importance of strong student leadership cannot be understated. Students are what make these radio stations run, and it's their voices that make them great. And while many students put forth great effort and exhibit immense talent, there are some who rise above the rest to set the ultimate example and raise the bar for their station. I'd like to recognize all the students who are nominated for the Outstanding Student Leadership Award. Harris Boyles, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Matthew Cavazos, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. AJ Connolly, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Paxton Cutler, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Asa Lindsay, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Olivia Neal, WPPB, Anderson Career and Technology Center. Brandon Ninehouse, KVIT, East Valley Institute of Technology. Haley Nguyen, KMIH, Mercer Island High School. Joe Ratcliffe, WLTL, Lyons Township High School. Matthew Stashauer, WWPT, Staples High School. Camaria Vance, WPSR, Southern Indiana Career and Technical Center. Sam Weintraub, WMTN, St. Andrews Sewanee School. These students all exemplify what a leader is, and I'm sure their advisors and their classmates are grateful for everything they do. The recipient of the Outstanding Student Leadership Award is Paxton Cutler, WLTL, Lyons Township High School.
Hi. I would like to thank Mr. Thomas and Mr. Baker and everyone at WLTL for supporting me through radio and my time at LT. Thank you.
Well, students are what keep these stations going. They all have a dedicated, hardworking advisor overseeing their growth and success. They not only teach skills for future broadcasters, but they do make my job easier when one of their students comes to WONC for, I give my undying gratitude for. But I would like to take a moment to recognize all of the advisors who are in attendance today. They spend countless hours teaching a full load of classes, grading homework, preparing things for their classes, all while running great radio stations. So join me in thanking all of them for the work that they do. This year, the recipient of Best Radio Station Advisor is being recognized for more than just leading students to great broadcasts or classroom success. They're known for the impact they have on their students, teaching lessons that reach far beyond the studio. Their students describe them as a mentor who inspires confidence, creativity, and independence, someone who gives them freedom to experiment, but also challenges them to meet professional standards. Outside of class, this advisor is always there, offering guidance, encouragement, and genuine support when it's needed most. Their students say they've become the person they are today because of this advisor's belief in them, their craft, and their potential. For their passion, leadership, and lasting influence, I'm proud to present the award for Best Radio Station Advisor to John Boone, WPPB Anderson Career and Technology Center. John is not able to be here today, but he did send something for me to share with you. This award means a lot to me. To be on the list with such impressive previous winners who I respect so much, and to be nominated by my students is such an honor. Some really awesome programs and people are represented in this competition, and I'm glad to be part of it. So thanks to Zach, WONC, the North Central College for continuing to put this on. Perhaps I'll get a bonus for this and we'll be able to travel to the awards ceremony next year. Thank you. That brings us to our final award of the day, the award for Best High School Radio Station. This year's submissions represented an incredible range of schools and students across the country. And having listened to all of these submissions, I am genuinely impressed by the depth of talent, creativity, and professionalism that you all display. Each station showed not only skill behind the mic, but passion, teamwork, and dedication to the craft. Every year, I am reminded that the future of radio broadcasting is in very good hands. And hearing these students on air in the production studio that they create amazing work, seeing them out in their communities, that proves that there's a bright path ahead for them and for the medium that we all love. And again, I would be thrilled if you came to North Central College and worked at WONC. All of you should be very proud of the work that you have done, but only one station can be named the best in the nation today. I am honored to give the award for the 2024-2025 John Drury High School Radio Awards Best High School Radio Station to WWPT Staples High School.
I'm back. Thank you to Mr. Hyder for everything he does for me and everyone else at WWPT. Couldn't have done anything without you. So
Thanks so much. It's I just want to say it's a great place. We just love it there, Zach. So thank you so much for everything you do for everybody, and let's go radio. Thank you.
Congratulations again, WWPT Staples High School, the 2024-25 John Drury High School Radio Awards Best High School Radio Station. Congratulations to all the nominees and winners this year. Continue honing your craft, whether it's on air, in the production studio, on social media, or elsewhere. Even if you decide to take a career path outside of radio or media, the skills that you have will be invaluable. Thank you to our alumni guest, Ryan Sartori. Thank you to my students, Marcus and Holly, who made themselves available to help me execute our ceremony today. Can't do it without them, obviously. Thank you to the North Central College Maintenance Department, Information Technology Services, and Parkhurst Food Service for setting all of this up for us. Thank you to the advisors who dedicate so much time to growing these young broadcasters who we have honored here today. And thank you to the parents of these young broadcasters who show their support and don't judge their child if they want to go into radio. Before you leave today, I do have certificates for all of our nominees, so please make sure that you receive yours. Feel free to take pictures. We'll move the backdrop out so you can take pictures with your classmates, with your families, grab some more food if you would like, and just spend some time together. Thank you again for taking part in the 2024-25 John Drury High School Radio Awards. I hope to see you again here next year.